Hi everyone, welcome back to Wonders of His Word. Today I'm so excited to share with you from Acts chapter 12. Here we see that Peter was arrested and put in prison by King Herod. And King Herod had assigned 4 squads to guard Peter. And each squad had 4 soldiers, which means 16 soldiers were allotted just to make sure that Peter didn't escape from prison. And the night before Herod was going to bring Peter out for his trial, just the night before, when Peter was sleeping, he was bound with 2 chains. There were 2 guards standing next to him. There were soldiers at the entrance. But the Bible says that suddenly an angel appeared and it struck Peter on the side and said, "Get up quickly." And then immediately the chains that bound Peter fell off of him. And as Peter followed the angel, they passed the first set of guards, then they passed the second set of guards, and they came to the iron gate that was leading them into the city. And the Bible says that even the iron gate opened by itself, and Peter was able to get out safely. Now when the angel left Peter, he goes to the house of Mary, the mother of John. And the Bible says that the entire time that Peter was in prison, the church was praying earnestly for him. And even in Mary's house that night, people were gathered to pray for Peter. And when they were praying for him, suddenly Peter knocks on the door. And the servant girl there, her name was Rhoda, she goes to open the door. And in verse 14 we can see that before she opened the door, she recognized Peter's voice. And immediately she was overjoyed. And she ran back to the people without opening the door. She was so happy that she ran back to the people without opening the door, and she tells them, "Peter is at the door." And they are telling her, "You are out of your mind. How can Peter be here?" And she keeps insisting, "No, Peter is at the door." So they say, maybe it's his angel. But because she keeps saying, "Peter is at the door," they get up and they come. And when they opened the door, they were astonished to see that Peter was standing there. Now when everyone, usually when people talk about this passage, they talk about how God did such a big miracle and sent his angel to set Peter free. So when I was reading this, God drew my attention to Rhoda. She was just a servant girl in the house where they were earnestly praying for Peter. So maybe she joined them in praying for him. But when Peter was knocking at the door, she recognized his voice and she rejoiced that she went back to tell these people that their prayers were answered, that Peter was really standing at the door. But these people could not believe it. Now if it was me, I would have made sure that I opened the door and I double checked, is it really Peter? Because you're supposed to be in prison, you're not supposed to be at the door. But Rhoda had so much of faith that she went back to tell them that their prayers were answered before she even saw. She had so much faith that she believed and she recognized even before she saw it. That is how much of faith she had. And she was able to recognize what God had done without even opening the door. Now maybe today your miracle is locked up by the devil, and maybe there are soldiers and chains and hindrances that are keeping your miracle from you. But just like Peter was rescued the night before his trial, if tomorrow is your deadline, if tomorrow is your court date, if tomorrow is your trial, then tonight God will release your miracle as you pray earnestly. God will send his angel to set free your miracle. The angel will strike your miracle and say, "Get up, we've got work to do." God is so powerful that when you pray, he is able to do the impossible. He wants us to have faith like Rhoda, to be able to recognize that the miracle is at our door without even seeing it. He wants us to have that faith, to rejoice, to get excited before we even see it. So today, as we are starting a new month, as we are stepping into a new month tomorrow, let's get excited because God is releasing your miracle. God is sending his angels to work for you. You just need to believe. Your miracle is at your door. So get excited. God is working for you. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.